Welcome to NGS, where we dive into my hobbies, such as playing cards. Now, today I'm not doing a showcase. I figured that I would make a video with terms and playing card verbiage for those newcomers who don't really know all the terms used in playing cards. So that way when they're watching my videos, there is no, words that catch them off guard that they don't really know. And if they do, I have this video to refer them to in future videos. So the deck I will be using for this demonstration is the Expert at the Card Table by Ellusionist, the S.W.E Playing Cards. S.W.E is the writer of the Expert at the Card Table, which is a book that gives out secrets to cheating in poker, but it's mainly used for sleight of hand and magic. I'm going to try and make this as in-depth as possible. So this right here we will start off with is the tuck case or tuck box. I call it a tuck case, so in my videos you will hear me call this the tuck case or the tuck. The tuck case is what holds the playing cards. It's a box. Usually, sometimes it is very vibrant and colorful, or sometimes it could be simple like this deck right here. Now, I think that's all the verbiage we need for the tuck case. Let's move on to the inside. Now, this is called a deck of playing cards. I feel like that was pretty self-explanatory. That's something most people know. This is a deck. So let's go ahead and start with the most common thing that people should know. These are called suits. The suit refers to the pip of the card and what kind of pip it is. The pip is the symbol you see in the top left and bottom right. In this case, the heart, the diamond, the spade, and the club. Now, that being said, we get to the colors of a deck. There are two colors originally inside every playing card deck, being a red and a black. Now, these colors could change depending on the deck style and artistic nature, but most of the time it's black and red. If the deck is a black deck, then the black would be white, like the Black Tiger deck, for example. Now we get to the face cards, or the royalty cards, or the court cards. I call these face cards, so in my videos you will see me refer to them as face cards. That would be the king, the queen, and the jack. Which leads me to the next most famous card in a deck, which probably is the most famous card in the deck, the Ace of Spades. The Ace of Spades is just the ace of the spade suit. But decks like to glorify them and make them a very theatrical card. In this case, this is a page from the S.W.E book, The Expert at the Card Table. And you will see the Ace of Spades used in pop culture all the time. Now we are at the Jokers. This is the Joker card. Most decks come with two. In this case, this Expert at the Card Table deck comes with two. Now, while we are on the subject of Jokers, a lot of Jokers come with a reveal or a reveal card. On this Joker, you will see he's holding a normal deck. But in the next Joker card, which visually looks the same, has a reveal card. In this case, it's the Nine of Clubs that he is holding. Now, this can be done with a force. What it is you force a card on somebody. For example, you tell them to tell you stop, you can stop anywhere, and then the top card of the deck that they picked is the Nine of Clubs. I force that card on you. There are many ways to force a card, and you can look that up on YouTube. But the whole idea of forcing a card is making an audience member pick a card that they think is completely random, but you are forcing that card on them. Which leads me to the next form. This is called a color change. The color change is referred to as a move, a trick that was originally intended to make colors of a card change. While we're on the subject of Jokers, most playing card decks, such as the original Riderback deck, comes with a color change already streamlined into the deck, meaning one Joker is a normal Joker, but it comes with one that has color. That is called a color change that I just did there. And like I said, the color change refers to the trick in and of itself. The color change just refers to the trick, meaning it doesn't have to be a color change, it can just be a card change. So when I say a color change, that just means the trick in and of itself. Now, this leads us to the back of the cards. This is the front, this is the back. The back of the cards are usually symmetrical, meaning right side up or upside down, it is still going to look the same, so you can't tell if a card is upside down in the deck. Just as the same for the face. And this happens with a lot of cards. Sometimes decks will become very artistic and have an ambigram, such as this word patent, when upside down, still says patent. Then you have asymmetrical cards, such as this one, which is designed to look symmetrical, but Morty is on one side and Rick is on the other, meaning if the card is flipped right side up, you can tell by Rick being on the left and not Morty. And on the subject of the back of cards, we also have marked decks or marked cards, meaning the card has a symbol on it. In this case, you have a Q and an S for Queen of Spades that says what the card is. This is used in Magic and mind-reading card tricks. Which leads us to a cut card. A cut card is a card that usually has nothing on the front, also known as a blank card, but this card is used in poker. When dealing a deck, it is put at the bottom so none of the players can see what the bottom card is. You can use a card such as a cut card that is given to you in decks, like in this case, the S.W.E cards come with a cut card. Other decks come with a promo card, such as this one by Ellusionist. This can also be used as a cut card. And same with the notorious big deck right here. Now we are at my favorite part of this list, Gaff cards. Gaff cards are cards that are specifically designed with the intent to trick an audience member. In this case, this one right here is a double back, meaning one side is the back and the other side is also the back. This could be used in many ways and implemented infinite amount of times to do a trick. Some decks come with a double back, such as this one, the expert at the card table. While we were talking about double backs, I figured it's fair to talk about double face cards or double front cards, meaning the card's front is on the front and also on the back. This can be used also in tricks. This is a blank card, meaning the back is a normal back, but the front is blank. Could be used for color change tricks. Now we are at normal Gaff cards, cards that are printed differently to enhance a performance or enhance an illusion, such as this with the sword from the king going through the 3 of hearts, or this card right here that's designed to look like 4 cards stuffed into one and the back is just a normal jack of diamonds. Now we can talk about shuffling and cutting a deck. This is a deck. There are many ways to shuffle. When I talk about shuffling, I mean everybody tends to go to a normal riffle shuffle, which is what you see. But there are many ways to shuffle a deck. It could be done countless ways. I'm sure you've seen them before. And then my favorite, the Pharaoh shuffle, which if done correctly, every other card will be from one half of the deck. Then we have cutting. Cutting a deck is just taking one half of the deck and putting it at the bottom. You can do that with multiple halves too. Or should I say multiple quarters or thirds. You can keep doing it infinitely, but normally in a game of poker, the deck is cut once. Then you get to like fancy flourishes, like a one-handed cut. Or you can do the one-handed cut like that. I haven't done these in a while, so they might look a little wonky. But yeah. So those are the main terms that I figured that I would let you know of, or at least that I thought about, so that way you have a reference video. If I missed any other like verbiage or terms for playing cards, please let me know down in the comments. I might do a second video if there are enough. And anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you learned a lot here, and I hope to see you right or back in the next video.
You're dealing with the ghost. We are spitting facts, so don't mistake it with the boast.